Jurassic World Dominion, the epic conclusion of the Jurassic era. Just 4 years after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, dinosaurs now roam and rule the earth once again, this time alongside humans and modern animals. Claire, Owen, and their now adopted daughter, Mais, return to the scene in a whole new epic adventure. They are also joined by original Jurassic Park cast Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Sadler, and Ian Malcolm, alongside is a friend and ally, Kayla, as they come together to battle a whole new danger and embark on a new quest. This time, they are working on how can they coexist with the dinosaurs that have been brought back from extinctions, as Dr. Sadler states that dinosaurs and humans can't coexist. Or so she thought. Now, I have seen the movie, and as epic as they claim the trailers, it wasn't quite what I expected, yet I still love the movies. So, I'll tell you guys some of the highlights that made the movie very unique. With the dinosaurs now roaming around the earth freely, Blue, who is the most popular and fierce apex predator, now has a baby named Beta, which puzzled many viewers as a lot of dinosaurs were female throughout the series. However, the reason why Blue was able to have a baby was through asexual reproduction, as part of the dinosaurs' DNA were part amphibian. As stated in the original film Jurassic Park, they used frog DNA to fill in the gaps of the genetic code that made up the dinosaurs, which at first it seems impossible for the dinosaurs, despite being female, to reproduce, but somehow they managed to reproduce without the presence of the male. So basically, by this time, the dinosaurs are starting to breed, much how they started breeding in the Lost World. Not only dinosaurs were roaming around the world, but they're also being sold on the black market, which is pretty dangerous, as these prehistoric creatures don't know what century they're in, and they'll defend themselves violently. They were being treated like pets, toys, and objects, much like how poachers would poach animals despite it being illegal to hunt them for their skin, tusk, you name it. They are pretty much doing the same to the dinosaurs, exploiting them for both profit, fame, and glory. However, this cannot end well, as even though they claim to have trained some of the dinosaurs, they can still turn on them, as they are still wild creatures and far more intelligent than you think. Amidst the chaos and destruction, as both Owen and Claire work on trying to manage and survive in a world where dinosaurs now once again roam the earth, Biosyn CEO Donson, who appeared in the original film Jurassic Park, enlisted both Claire, Owen, Dr. Grant, Dr. Sadler, and Dr. Ian Malcolm to help him run what he claimed to be a sanctuary. Ian Malcolm was already employed there, and he assured his fellow friends that all the dinosaurs were safe. Both the dinosaurs who were transported from Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna resides within the sanctuary. However, given the history from the previous film, we can all tell that something's fishy is up, and we're right. While a sanctuary where the dinosaurs can live out their natural lives in peace and potentially reproduce was a great idea, there is more to this so-called sanctuary. Like InGen, Biosyn is working on creating genetically modified prehistoric creatures and creating a whole new hybrid of dinosaurs, as seen in the film where we see different dinosaurs possibly been cloned at the facility, even though Dr. Wu said some of them came from Sorna, some of them came from the mainland, who were originally from Isla Nublar. But like InGen, Biosyn was creating new clones of prehistoric creature. One of them was that of the giant prehistoric locusts, who were genetically modified and a hybrid made, according to Dodson, to help the crops be more resistant to disease, cold weather, and droughts, etc. However, these prehistoric locusts were genetically modified to not feed on Biosyn seed, as they also planted wheats for them to eat. So things took a turn for the worse, and because these, just like their modern predecessors today, they will swarm around the world and eat everything in sight and cause an ecological disaster, which is very alarming and very problematic. Not only various plants will be affected, but also various animals, including the dinosaurs now roaming the earth, and humans will be affected as well. And as seen in the scene right there, you can only imagine how terrifying it would be if these locusts would have gotten out of hand. And unfortunately, no pesticide would deter them, because considering that they were genetically modified, they would still consume everything in their path, therefore causing an ecological disaster and collapse. And we can all thank Biosyn for that. Now, Ian Malcolm was already at the sanctuary, but the rest of the gang, though separate, reached the sanctuary, and they soon came across a mixture of various dinosaurs, including a prehistoric bird that didn't appear until later on, until after the dinosaurs went extinct. And it didn't help that a giant Gigantosaurus was chasing them, except it's not a hybrid dinosaur, it's a natural dinosaur hunting. And as seen from Claire, they had to do all sorts of things just to survive. And with Claire going into the swamp, this just proved that the sanctuary is not as pleasant as expected, and that it's only meant for dinosaurs only. If you do manage to get past the dinosaurs, you will come across a beautiful courtyard where you'll be welcomed by various scientists, including Dodson and Ian Malcolm, and you will be given a great hospitality and live a luxurious lifestyle and live a peaceful life. Eventually, the locusts broke free and chaos ensued, and the gang teamed up and did everything they could to stop the locusts from spreading. Dodson, however, wanted to cover everything up, so he set the locusts on fire, but at the cost of the burning of the majority of the sanctuary and nearly the lives of the dinosaurs. Eventually, the locusts were stopped and were genetically modified to die out after the first generation, but not before witnessing an epic battle between the Gigantosaurus and the Therosaurus, just like the previous film. Biosyn was eventually declared as a United Nations national sanctuary where the dinosaurs are finally protected and get to live peacefully and live out their lives, and they lived happily ever after. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and comment your favorite dinosaurs. And until next time, stay classy, and I'll see you all in the next video.